When you apply to a school like Stanford, you have about 10 minutes to convince a skeptical, speed-reading stranger who's looking at valedictorian's transcripts all day that they need to have you at their school. And you need to do it all, usually without ever talking to them. But in a pool of, honestly, the best applicants anywhere in the world, I can count on two hands the students who moved me in such a profound way that I felt I needed to advocate for them to come to Stanford. My two favorite admits, all time, both had C's on their transcripts. Now, as an admission reader, you see that and you know their chances have gone way down. You start to skim their applications. Both of these girls made me throw on the brakes. The one wrote like Mark Twain. I still remember we asked her for her favorite historical moment, and she said something very similar to this. I would gladly trade my molecular inheritance to be on the steps of the portico watching daggers transform an empire into a republic. The other girl wrote about music theory and how she was struggling with a topic, and she's up late at night working on it. It's 2 a.m. She flushes a toilet and she finally hears it. The toilet flushes in B flat. She gets all excited. Their applications sparkled with intelligence. They hummed with personality, and they really dazzled me with their originality, their humor, and their verve. So when it was my turn to present my students to the Dean of Admissions, I mentioned these two were my favorites. I rattled off their impressive activities, and they had impressive activities. I talked about how they wanted to use Stanford in a really specific way to make the world a little better. And then I ended with their phenomenal writing. After, and only after, I heard the dean scratch an A with his pencil for accepted, did I mention the C's. Now that quickly raised eyebrows in the room, and I had to work to put people at ease, but bottom line, both of those students were accepted to Stanford. Now think about that. How did they transform me from an exacting gatekeeper into a motivated advocate? Really, to the point where I'm burying their flaws to the Dean of Admissions, my boss. I'd never met these two before in my life. All I had was about 10 minutes with them on paper. How did they pull this off? In this admission masterclass, I'm going to teach you how.